and Princess Kate made a royal appearance in Scotland today for the official naming ceremony of the Royal Navy's newest warship, HMS Glasgow.
Princess Catherine made a statement at the official naming of HMS Glasgow.
I have the pleasure to name this ship HMS Glasgow. May God bless her and all who sail on her.
Stepping out in a navy and white nautical dress that caught everyone's attention. While her style was admired, the event carried more significance than just fashion. It reinforced the royal family's dedication to tradition and public engagement. Catherine's presence wasn't just ceremonial, it added to her growing influence within the monarchy. What makes this event important in the royal calendar? And how does Catherine's presence continue to shape the image of the royal family on the world stage? Join us as we delve into Princess Catherine's headline-worthy moment. Kate's nautical star moment. Kate, the Princess of Wales, made a big splash in Glasgow as she officially named HMS Glasgow by breaking a bottle of Scottish whiskey against its hull. Prince William joined her at the BAE Systems shipyard on the River Clyde, where hundreds of workers and their families gathered alongside the ship's crew. Dressed in a navy and white coat dress from Susanna London and a Philip Treacy hat she had worn before at Trooping the Colour, Kate kept things on theme for the occasion. Before an eager crowd, Kate stood confidently as she carried out the traditional blessing, saying she had the pleasure of naming the ship. With that, she pressed the red launch button, sending a bottle of Clydeside Distillery's exclusive single malt whiskey crashing against the hull. This moment was not just about tradition. It had extra significance because the distillery opened in 2017, the same year HMS Glasgow's construction began, linking two key pieces of the city's modern maritime legacy. Each bottle of whiskey sold will support Place 2B, a children's mental health charity that Kate has backed as its patron. Her role as sponsor of the 8,000-ton Type 26 anti-submarine frigate, formalized in June 2021, reflects her real connection to the ship and the sailors who will soon serve on it. Just last year, she welcomed Royal Navy personnel from HMS Glasgow to Windsor Castle, reinforcing her hands-on interest in the ship's progress and the challenges the Navy faces every day. After the naming ceremony, Kate and William toured the ship, meeting with BAE Systems representatives and Royal Navy officers to examine its advanced features. Kate was congratulated on the smooth ceremony and seemed relieved that everything had gone as planned. The couple then visited BAE Systems Shipbuilding Academy, where they spoke with apprentices and recent graduates, wrapping up a day highlighting tradition and innovation. This wasn't just another formal event for Catherine. It was a real chance to connect with the people. However, behind the glitz and the glamour, what does this mean for the royal family? Royal pipes and laughter. After naming HMS Glasgow, the Princess of Wales received congratulations and looked relieved that everything had gone smoothly. She and Prince William then headed to BAE Systems Shipbuilding Academy, where they met with apprentices and graduates eager to share their experience. They walked through the training process for essential trades like fabrication, electrical work, sheet metal work, welding, and pipe fitting, all crucial in building HMS Glasgow. During a hands-on STEM challenge designed for secondary school students, the Prince and Princess went head-to-head in a friendly race to complete a pipe-building task. With some help from apprentices Natalie Black and Rory Hamilton, Kate quickly took the lead, confidently putting the pipes together. Natalie playfully suggested that Kate might have done this before, making her laugh as she credited her skills to playing with children's toys. The room burst into laughter when Kate's pipe structure fell apart just as Deborah Lynch, a skills practitioner at BAE, announced she was the winner. She brushed off the moment and moved on to a more precise challenge, tightening a wing nut to complete an inclinometer, a tool used on ships to measure tilt. As she worked, Kate admired its craftsmanship and said it was well made. She also shared her excitement about seeing it installed on the bridge during a future visit, showing her genuine appreciation for the skill and effort behind it. During their visit, The royal couple spent time with BAE Systems employees, getting to know people from different trades and backgrounds. They also met crew members of HMS Glasgow and their families. The princess was blown away by how massive and advanced the project was. She was especially impressed by the teamwork and the global interest surrounding the ship. Talking about the cutting-edge technology and the effort behind it, she described it as incredible to see everything coming together so seamlessly. After wrapping up their ship tour, Kate and William headed into the academy, and the vibe changed. Do their playful energy and curiosity make moments like this even more impactful for the people they meet? Kate's proud Glasgow visit. During her visit to HMS Glasgow, the Princess of Wales admitted she was still getting used to all the naval terms, joking with employees about the many abbreviations she was trying to learn. She shared how proud she felt, not just for the UK, but especially for Glasgow, given the global attention the ship had received. As she moved through the crowd, Kate connected with the shipbuilders' families, chatting with kids, parents, and grandparents. She emphasized how important it was for them to see the results of all that hard work and dedication. At one point, she reminded a grandmother how incredible it must be to witness firsthand the cutting-edge technology their loved ones work on daily. Kate's enthusiasm was evident as she chatted with families, comparing some of the ship's 3D animations to something straight out of a James Bond movie. She even joked that the sunny weather might be a good sign for the vessel. When she met 11-year-old Teddy, son of Lieutenant Simon Hartland, she asked if he had any interest in joining the Navy or maybe trying out coding, showing how much she cares about inspiring young minds. Throughout the visit, she kept talking about how exciting it must be for everyone involved in such a cutting-edge project, admitting she was blown away by the ship's size and high-tech features. Before heading out, the royal couple received a bottle of Clydeside Distillery whiskey, a nod to their visit to the distillery in 2021 during COP26. Prince William could not help but joke about how it was a shame the bottle had already been smashed on the ship as part of tradition, which got a good laugh from everyone around. Kate also met jewelers from James Porter and Son, who proudly shared that they had designed the elegant brooch she was wearing, crafted to represent HMS Glasgow's crest. The piece, funded by two prestigious London livery companies, stood out against her Navy outfit, adding a meaningful touch to the day. HMS Glasgow is the first of 8 Type 26 frigates and a big deal for the UK's defence strategy. It's built to protect the country's nuclear deterrent and aircraft carriers, packed with advanced tech like the Sea Scepter missile system, a 5-inch naval gun, and space for Wildcat and Merlin helicopters. Beyond its military power, the project has kept 4,000 people employed across Scotland and the UK, significantly boosting the economy. When Kate asked why whiskey was used instead of champagne for the christening, she learned it was a tradition started by Queen Elizabeth, honoring both heritage and local pride. HMS Glasgow marks a new chapter in British naval power and economic investment, with strategic and symbolic significance. But the real question is, could Catherine's expanding global influence keep the monarchy relevant today? Catherine's shining global impact. Catherine, Princess of Wales, has become one of the most influential figures in the royal family, with experts constantly highlighting her impact. Journalist Camilla Tominey called her the monarchy's greatest asset, while Petronella Wyatt described her as the jewel in the crown, showing how much she's shaped the royal image. Rhonda Garelick from the New York Times pointed out how Catherine balances modern relevance and traditional royal values, which connects with younger generations and longtime royal supporters. Despite all the attention, her aides say she doesn't let media opinions guide her decisions, choosing authenticity over PR. Former Private Secretary Jamie Lowther Pinkerton once pointed out that Catherine takes an old-school approach, like the Queen Mother, staying calm under pressure and avoiding unnecessary drama. The Times has highlighted her role as part of a strong team alongside Prince William, even comparing their partnership to those of Queen Elizabeth II, Prince Philip, King Charles III, and Queen Camilla. This solid public image has led to real recognition, with Time magazine repeatedly listing Catherine among the world's 100 most influential people and naming her a runner-up for Person of the Year in 2011 and 2024. Catherine's popularity has skyrocketed in recent years, backed by polls and rankings. In December 2022, YouGov listed her as the second most liked royal, but by April 2023, an Ipsos poll put her at the top. Then, in April 2024, YouGov confirmed she was officially the monarchy's most popular figure. Her influence isn't just limited to the UK. She became the most searched person on Google in Britain and ranked second globally in 2024, showing her impact on the world stage. Catherine's impact goes beyond the royal family and media attention. In May 2025, she was named to the Time 100 Health List for her work in raising cancer awareness, and she joined Prince William on the first ever Time 100 philanthropy list. As a tribute, the Royal Horticultural Society introduced a new rose called Catherine's Rose, grown by Harkness Roses, to celebrate her contributions and support cancer care at the Royal Marsden Hospital. All of these moments highlight how she shaped her role, combining public service, global influence, and authenticity in a way that continues to connect with people worldwide. But beyond the glitz and recognition, there's another layer to her story, a side that shows the real price of fame. Her early battles with media harassment weren't just headlines, they were defining moments. So, how did those experiences shape the strong, resilient royal we see today? Catherine's battle with the media. Diana, Princess of Wales, died in August 1997 while being chased by paparazzi, an event that profoundly influenced how Prince William and Catherine handle media attention today. They've been clear about wanting their privacy respected when off duty, trying to avoid the intense press coverage that once surrounded William's mother. Catherine, too, has dealt with media scrutiny from an early stage. In April 2004, The Sun published photos of her and William at a ski resort, fueling speculation about their relationship and putting her in the public eye. After finishing university, Catherine was constantly hounded by paparazzi who camped outside her flat. By October 2005, she took legal action, arguing through her lawyer that she hadn't done anything to warrant such intense media attention. Royal insider Dickie Arbiter even compared her treatment to what Diana faced in her early years with the press. Things got worse between 2005 and 2006 when her phone was hacked 155 times by Clive Goodman, a former News of the World royal editor caught up in the infamous phone hacking scandal that targeted the royal family. After a paparazzi chase in 2005 while Catherine was on her way to an interview, Prince William stepped in, consulting Catherine and her father before sending a legal letter to newspapers demanding they respect her privacy. The issue didn't stop there. By April 2006, her lawyers had to step in again after publishing unauthorized photos of her shopping. Despite these warnings, the media attention only ramped up, especially as her 25th birthday approached in January 2007. This led William, Prince Charles, and her legal team to issue more legal threats to protect her from constant press intrusion. So, at first, two major newspaper groups decided to stop publishing paparazzi photos, but only the invasive ones. They kept using images from public events, which didn't solve the problem. The harassment continued, and by March 2007, Catherine's legal team had had enough. They filed a complaint with the Press Complaints Commission after the Daily Mirror ran a photo that was taken in a way that crossed the line. That led to a settlement and a warning from the PCC. Then, a few months later, in July, members of the Culture, Media, and Sport Select Committee stepped in, saying the authorities should have done more. They pointed out that Catherine had been dealing with relentless paparazzi harassment. How much strength does it take for a public figure to keep pushing forward, dealing with non-stop scrutiny while trying to carve out some kind of everyday life behind palace walls? Catherine's privacy under fire. Back in 2010, Catherine Middleton decided she wasn't putting up with media overreach anymore. She filed a privacy complaint against 2 photo agencies and photographer Niraj Tanna after they snapped pictures of her playing tennis over Christmas in 2009. The case ended with £5,000 in damages, legal fees covered, and a formal apology. But that wasn't the end. Fast forward to 2011, and things got even messier. It turns out that people linked to private investigator Jonathan Rees, who was caught up in the News International phone hacking scandal, had been digging into Catherine's life when she was dating Prince William. It showed how far some were willing to go to get private details. In May 2011, the Middleton family found themselves in another showdown with the press. This time, it was over photos from 2006 showing Catherine, her sister Pippa, and their mom in bikinis while on holiday. Things escalated when one of the pictures featured Pippa topless, which led the family to file a complaint with the Press Complaints Commission. After some intense back and forth, they agreed. The images were permanently removed from the newspaper's websites, ensuring they wouldn't resurface. But even with that win, the emotional toll on the family was already done. One of the most significant privacy breaches happened in September 2012, when the French edition of Closer and Italy's Chi magazine published topless photos of Catherine sunbathing at Château d'Auteuil. William and Catherine weren't having it. They filed a criminal complaint with French prosecutors and went after civil damages in court. The French courts didn't waste time. They issued an injunction against Closer, stopping further publication of the photos, and launched a criminal investigation. Fast forward to September 2017, and the verdict was in. Closer was ordered to pay £100,000 in damages, and its editor and owner were fined £45,000 each. It was one of the rare legal wins in Catherine's fight for privacy. What do you think about the intense media scrutiny she has faced over the years? Do you think Catherine's consistent presence does more for the royal family's image than any carefully crafted PR campaign? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the next video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it.